Point Pleasant, just another quiet town in West Virginia. But beneath the surface, a darker tale lingers. A legend whispered through generations of a creature born in shadow, watching, waiting. For Ethan, Rachel, and Mark, the Mothman Festival was meant to be a nostalgic escape, a chance to reconnect and relive old memories. But the past has a way of resurfacing when you least expect it. Ethan returned for answers, still haunted by his father's death and the Silver Bridge collapse, and the strange figure that may have been watching. It was here, in the desolate remains of the TNT area, that the legend first took flight. A figure with wings, eyes like burning coals, and a presence that chilled the air. But this was no mere story. The Mothman was real, and it had returned. Night after night, the signs grew stronger. Strange lights flickered across the sky, devices malfunctioned, and a dark shadow lurked just beyond sight. Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that the Mothman wasn't here to harm them, but to warn them. In his dreams, Ethan saw it. The crumbling bridge, his father's final moments, and the Mothman, watching. But the vision wasn't just the past, it was a glimpse of the future. Another disaster was coming. With the clock ticking, Ethan, Rachel, and Mark discovered the truth. The Mothman had appeared before each disaster, but no one listened. Now, it was happening again. The new bridge, a symbol of hope, was about to fall. As the night descended, the Mothman soared above them, its crimson eyes blazing through the fog. Chaos erupted as the bridge began to crumble. But Ethan knew this was no accident. The bridge collapsed, taking lives and leaving devastation in its wake. And just like before, the Mothman vanished into the night. Was it a warning, a prophecy, or simply a creature caught between worlds? In the end, the truth remains unknown, but one thing is certain: somewhere in the shadows, the Mothman is still watching, waiting for the next disaster to unfold. Sometimes legends aren't meant to be understood. Sometimes they're just meant to be feared.
The Mothman is one of the most enduring and mysterious creatures in American folklore. The legend of the Mothman originated in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, in the 1960s. But it has since evolved into a larger mythos involving strange sightings, supernatural elements, and even theories of doom and disaster. The first recorded sighting of the Mothman occurred on November 12, 1966, when 5 men were digging a grave in a cemetery near Clendenin, West Virginia. The men reported seeing a strange creature that flew over them from the nearby trees. Just 3 days later, 2 couples in Point Pleasant, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Millette, reported a terrifying encounter with a large winged creature while driving near an abandoned TNT factory in the area, the site of a former World War II munitions plant. They described the creature as being 6 to 7 feet tall with a wingspan of about 10 feet and having large, glowing red eyes. According to the couples, the Mothman chased their car at high speeds, hovering above them before finally flying away. They were so frightened that they reported the encounter to the local authorities, leading to a media frenzy that brought national attention to the story. Characteristics of the Mothman vary slightly but generally include humanoid figure or with a human-like body around 6 to 7 feet tall, large wings with its wingspan estimated to be 10 to 12 feet wide, resembling the wings of a bird or bat, glowing red eyes emitting an eerie glow as the most distinctive feature of the creature, capable of flying without flapping its wings, and moving at incredible speeds. The creature's appearance is often associated with a sense of impending doom or danger. From November 1966 to December 1967, there were over 100 reported sightings of the Mothman in Point Pleasant and surrounding areas. These sightings created a climate of fear and speculation. People were unsure of what to make of the mysterious creature. Was it a cryptid, an alien, or perhaps a supernatural entity? The Mothman became forever linked to tragedy when, on December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge, a suspension bridge connecting Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and Gallipolis, Ohio, collapsed, killing 46 people. Many locals began to speculate that the Mothman was a harbinger of doom, as sightings had peaked just before the disaster. Some witnesses claimed to have seen the Mothman near the bridge before it collapsed, solidifying its connection to the tragedy. Theories behind the Mothman legend included: first, cryptid theory. Some believe the Mothman is a cryptid, a creature unknown to science. It is often compared to other legendary beings like Bigfoot or the Jersey Devil. Its characteristics suggest it might be an undiscovered species of large bird or some form of mutated animal, possibly linked to the toxic chemicals stored at the TNT area where it was frequently sighted. Second, supernatural or paranormal entity. Many interpret the Mothman as a supernatural being, perhaps a spirit or guardian that appears before disasters to warn of impending doom. This theory stems from its frequent association with catastrophic events like the Silver Bridge collapse. Some UFO enthusiasts suggest the Mothman might be an alien or interdimensional entity. During the same period as the Mothman sightings, there were also numerous reports of UFOs and strange lights in the skies over West Virginia. These theories posit that the Mothman might be related to extraterrestrial phenomena. Fourth, psychological phenomenon. Skeptics argue that the Mothman sightings could be a case of mass hysteria or misidentification of a known species. For example, the sandhill crane, which has a large wingspan and red markings around its eyes, has been proposed as the likely culprit. And fifth, prophetic figure. Some view the Mothman as a prophetic figure linked to future disasters. After the Silver Bridge incident, people have connected Mothman sightings to other calamities around the world, such as the Chernobyl disaster, the 9/11 attacks, and the Fukushima nuclear accident. The legend of the Mothman has been immortalized in books, documentaries, and films. One of the most famous adaptations is the 2002 film The Mothman Prophecies, based on the 1975 book by John Keel. The film dramatizes the events in Point Pleasant and explores the idea that the Mothman is an otherworldly being who tries to warn people of impending disasters. The Mothman remains a significant part of Point Pleasant's identity. Every year, the town hosts the Mothman Festival, which celebrates the creature with events, vendors, and Mothman-themed activities. The Mothman Festival began after brainstorming creative ways to attract visitors to Point Pleasant. The group organizing the event chose the Mothman to be the center of the festival due to its uniqueness and as a way to celebrate its local legacy in the town. There's even a Mothman museum in Point Pleasant, opened in 2005, dedicated to preserving the legend, and a large statue of the creature, complete with wings and red eyes, stands in the center of town. In conclusion, whether the Mothman is a cryptid, a supernatural harbinger, or merely a product of human imagination, its story continues to captivate people worldwide. The connection between its sightings and disasters, like the Silver Bridge collapse, ensures that the Mothman remains one of America's most enduring and mysterious urban legends.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.